Welcome to a journey through the timeless wisdom of Socrates. Socrates, the enigmatic philosopher of ancient Athens, never wrote a single word, yet his inquiries into truth, virtue, and existence resonate today. He challenged conventions, questioned assumptions, and urged his fellow men to seek the essence of their being. His legacy is not one of answers, but of profound, life-altering questions. Join Life is a Game as we explore his most profound quotes about men. Prepare to question, reflect, and embark on an intellectual odyssey. The unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates' declaration challenges us to rise above mere existence and engage in introspection. What does it mean to truly live, if not to understand the self that is living? Socrates implores us to dissect our motivations, beliefs, fears, and desires. This self-examination is not a luxury, but a necessity. In a world of distractions, this call to self-awareness is more relevant than ever. To examine one's life is to ask the difficult questions. I cannot teach anybody anything, I can only make them think. Socrates revolutionized education, moving it from rote learning to intellectual midwifery. He was a catalyst, igniting the capacity for reason. True understanding wasn't about memorizing doctrines, it was about critical inquiry and independent thought. This approach liberates the mind from dogma. The Socratic method exposes contradictions and guides towards truth. Answers lie dormant within us, waiting to be awakened. For leaders and innovators, this principle is paramount. Cultivate a mind that navigates complexity and forges new understanding. This is the genesis of true intellectual autonomy. To find yourself, think for yourself. Socrates champions the courage of intellectual sovereignty. Finding oneself is about looking inward. Our true essence is actively constructed. Become architects of your own character. Trust your capacity to discern. Thinking for oneself is self-creation. Move beyond being a reflection of your environment. He who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. Socrates touches upon the elusive nature of contentment in the face of ever-expanding desire. Our dissatisfaction often lies not in the absence of things, but in the state of our minds. If we perpetually crave, no amount of wealth or possessions will satisfy. The goalposts of desire shift, always remaining just beyond our reach. True contentment is an internal achievement, a peace cultivated from within. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. In this seemingly paradoxical statement, Socrates illuminates a profound truth about the nature of knowledge. It is not the accumulation of facts or the assertion of certainty that defines wisdom, but rather the humble recognition of our own vast ignorance. Imagine standing at the shore of an infinite ocean of knowledge. The more we learn, the more we become aware of the immensity that lies beyond our comprehension. This realization isn't a cause for despair, but a crucial stepping stone towards genuine intellectual growth. For a man to embark on the path of wisdom, he must first confront the limits of his own understanding. This humility opens the mind, making it receptive to new ideas, different perspectives, and the continuous process of learning. It dismantles the arrogance of assumed knowledge, which can be a formidable barrier to true insight. When we acknowledge how little we truly know about the vast complexities of existence, about the intricate workings of our own consciousness, or the unfathomable mysteries of the cosmos, we create space for wonder, for curiosity, and for the relentless pursuit of deeper understanding that characterizes the wise individual. Be as you wish to seem. This Socratic directive calls for authenticity and integrity. It challenges us to align our external image with our true selves. Socrates urges us to ensure our presentation reflects our character. If you wish to appear wise, strive to be wise. If you wish to seem courageous, cultivate courage. Live from the inside out, not for external approval. This principle is foundational for a life of substance and honor. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Here, Socrates delivers one of his most iconic and seemingly contradictory pronouncements, a cornerstone of his philosophical legacy. It is not an endorsement of ignorance, nor a declaration of absolute nihilism about knowledge. Rather, it is the ultimate expression of intellectual humility, a profound understanding that the scope of what is unknown, or perhaps unknowable, vastly overshadows what any single individual can ever claim to possess as certain knowledge. It's a recognition that every answer can, and perhaps should, lead to further questions, propelling us deeper into the mystery of existence. This Socratic paradox serves as a constant reminder for men, especially those in pursuit of knowledge or leadership, to remain open, teachable, and wary of the hubris that often accompanies perceived expertise. To truly know you know nothing is to be perpetually curious, to approach every situation and every person with the understanding that there is always more to learn, more to discover. It is an intellectual stance that fosters dialogue over dogma, inquiry over assertion. It is the gateway to a lifetime of learning, where the admission of not knowing is not a weakness, but the very foundation upon which true wisdom is built, layer by thoughtful layer. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. Socrates identifies wonder as the wellspring of knowledge. It sparks awe and curiosity about our world. Wonder is our response to existence's mystery and beauty. It fuels inquiry and keeps the intellect agile, encouraging us to seek the extraordinary in the ordinary, to ask why and how with genuine curiosity. To know is to know that you know nothing. That is the meaning of true knowledge. Socrates masterfully circles back, reinforcing his central thesis on wisdom. True knowledge is not about possessing facts, but embracing humility. It is the recognition that the more we learn, the more remains unexplored. This Socratic revelation challenges conventional expertise. True knowledge is dynamic, a continuous process of inquiry. An honest man is always a child. This poignant Socratic observation draws a beautiful parallel between honesty and the innocence, simplicity, and guilelessness often associated with childhood. It suggests that honesty is not merely a policy or a social convenience, but a state of being that reflects an uncorrupted core, a spirit free from the burdens of deceit and pretense. A child, in their ideal state, speaks their truth without calculation, perceives the world without the layers of cynicism that adulthood can sometimes bring. Socrates implies that an honest man retains this fundamental clarity, this straightforwardness in his dealings with himself and with others. This doesn't mean naivety or a lack of worldly understanding. Rather, it points to a man who has chosen a path of transparency, whose inner world and outward expression are in harmony. There's a profound freedom in such honesty, a lightness that comes from having nothing to hide, no intricate webs of lies to maintain. It allows for genuine connection, for trust to flourish, and for a life lived with an unburdened conscience. For Socrates, this childlike honesty is perhaps not a regression, but an achievement, a return to or a preservation of an essential purity that is a cornerstone of a virtuous and well-lived life. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Socratic wisdom. Socrates' insights on knowledge and living a meaningful life remain timeless. His words urge us towards introspection and critical thought. The call to examine our lives is as potent today as in ancient Athens. May these quotes inspire reflection and integrity. Let them guide you through your journey. The Socratic path is one of inquiry and self-improvement, View every experience as a learning opportunity. Socrates' legacy is an ongoing dialogue. Like, share and subscribe for more insights. Explore these teachings to enrich your life. The quest for wisdom is a shared human endeavor. Until next time, may your thoughts be deep and your life examined.